Hi everybody, this is Ricky from the Denver Dzogchen Sangha, and I'm excited to share this special episode of the Denver Dzogchen podcast with you. On January 20th, 2026, the Denver Dzogchen Sangha celebrated its 25th anniversary with a special guest, Master Translator Erik Drew. We plan to have Erik on the podcast for a full episode in the near future, and at that point we will talk more about his background. This episode contains a few excerpts from when he recently shared his wisdom with our Sangha. Thank you to Erik for joining us. Thank you all for listening, and may all beings be free from suffering.
We have a special guest tonight, and I'm so happy that Erik has been willing to meet with us. Erik Drew is my friend since at least 1996. I think I met him in 1996, and we've remained close friends ever since. And one of the greatest blessings in my life is to be friends with him. I feel Erik's awesome, and I won't embarrass him by singing his praises too loudly. But he is in retreat. I think this is the 5th year he's in retreat in Hawaii, almost full-time retreat, only taking breaks to make food and do things that he has to do. And he's taken time to meet with us on our special day. And I say thank you so much, Erik, for that. Really grateful. Are you with us, Erik?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, congratulations, everyone. Tashi Deleg.
Tashi Delay. Well, Erik, we just wanted to, have you here to bless our group and share with us some of your excellent wisdom. I know people have prepared some questions, but if you'd like to say anything to start, you're certainly welcome.
No, it's just so wonderful, that everybody continues for Dharma. That's just fantastic. Despite what's happening out there in the world, we all say, oh yeah, it's Kali Yuga, but actually you can have your own private Kali Yuga free zone. Just the proximity around your body. We take a Bodhisattva vow and it's so grand, all sentient beings. That's actually kind of overwhelming. Actually, what's within the kind of domain of our control is we can have the Kali Yuga free zone in our proximity. It's like that area that I can survey around me, that I'm aware of. I'll make sure to my utmost that it's a Kali Yuga free zone.
I love that.
That'll be very meditative. There won't be transgressions happening. Nobody will be hungry. They'll be entertained. They'll be warm. Yeah, just within my proximity. Kali Yuga free zone.
I love that.
People can feel confident if they get around me. Oh yeah, it's a Kali Yuga free zone. Shoot, what a break. It was rough out there in the Kali Yuga. It was heartless.
I think that's excellent.
Yeah. In fact, if you do a really good job, you can create a golden age even. Not only Kali Yuga free zone, you can have a golden age.
I love
that. It feels like a golden age. We're in the same room as Observer.
Sure.
It's no longer Kali Yuga anymore. There's not even a whiff of Kali Yuga anymore. The room is just enough with that majesty, that sacredness. It's just saturated. Oh yeah, it's golden age. You see? So you figure it out. You actually, if you're the commander of your mandala, if you're taking all the situations and employing things, you actually have a Kali Yuga free zone around your body. Let's say not too ambitious. Something like 108 meters would be good, or 108 feet something. Yeah. All sentient beings, all in order.
It's a lot. Yeah. What's the best method to create that Kali Yuga free zone? How do you actually do it? How can people do that in a way that really
everyone knows how to do that? Body, speech, and mind is doing your Dharma stuff. It's just doing your good old Dharma. That's all.
I love that.
Not polluting with body, not polluting with speech, not polluting with mind. You see, it's Kali Yuga free. Kali Yuga is all about pollution and degeneration. You're not polluting. mind, very present, disciplined, loving, open, aware, vigilant, dynamic, enthusiastic, like that kind of thing, like Adzim Rinpoche is. Yeah. Then you go from Kali Yuga free zone, that's maintaining discipline, and then you transition gradually when you get more and more presence power. Then you get into golden age, Adzim Rinpoche level.
I love that.
I am the golden age, that kind of thing.
I know what you mean. That is wonderful.
Yeah. You put him in jail, it doesn't matter. He brings the golden age with him, right there in that cell. It's the golden age.
I love that. This seems manageable. It feels possible.
See, that's what the Adzim Rinpoche is expecting everybody there to do. Is through the power of the meditation, erecting the banner of victory through the meditation. You see, in different spots, that's how you do it. You see, so it's like erecting the banner of victory through meditation, through samadhi.
Yes.
I will not let ego kick me around in this zone. This is Kali Yuga free zone. And we're erecting the banner of victory. We're not letting ego kick us around here. See, meditation destroys the ego,
Yes.
Totally different quest. But I totally recommend, one should have the top terms, Dzogchen terms would be really helpful. Be very helpful because they kind of like bring you into a meditative state anyway. There's something, it's back to the frequency thing, the letters, right? The euphonic aspect, the euphonic chorales, right? The musical, the profundity of the sound, what the sound evokes, right? Like to know words like Zangtao. That's a great one to know. Just because knowing the word alone seems to induce something. It's very mantric, something special about just knowing that word Zangtao. If I say it now, even, Zangtao, so powerful, actually. Language, words in the mind are very, very powerful. Words are a very powerful way to bring meaning deep into the mind, right? Sound is a way to get to the core of the mind. Nothing gets to the core of the mind as good as this. Sound can really move us, right? So knowing words like that, even like a word like kadak, some of these really big Dzogchen words, very good. It's good to know these words. Yep. Kadak rikpa. That's very powerful. Just to say that word, that expression, kadak rikpa. Intrinsic awareness, primordial purity actually sounds way better in Tibetan. And you can get into the musicality of it too when you get to know the word more. After you get past the explanation and you start using it, oh yeah, it works way better than your conventional language. Like when I said primordial purity, intrinsic awareness, it didn't have any of the firepower that it had for me when I said kadag rikpa. You see, way more powerful. Rangjung rikpa, rangjung, rang, self, jung, nature, self-originated. Rangjung rikpa, very powerful. Yes, I highly recommend knowing like 108 Dzogchen terms, like the big ones. Yep, definitely. Yep, because they themselves, each one of those are pointing out instructions. Actually, those terms, Yeah, kadak trekche, right? Kadak trekche, cutting through to primordial purity. Just to unpack that term there carries a lot. There's a lot in that.
What does Zongtal mean? What does Zongtal mean?
Zung is transparent, right? And Tao means to penetrate. Okay? To penetrate. So what it's describing awareness as not having a form. Okay? Like an aspect. This is not the complete aspect of awareness, but an aspect of awareness has no form and yet is penetrating everywhere, everything. There's nowhere that you go where it's not. You see? That awareness. The excitation of the field, the excitation is everywhere. You see? Yeah. There's nothing in space which is not excitation. Yeah.
Excellent.
A very, very good point to address, actually, is what is, in fact, bodhicitta, what's actually happening when it's actually operating optimally. Okay? Like we have a progression going on here, you know, from bodhicitta as like an attitude, something you should develop, okay, to building it up, working with it, to the point where it's actually taking over and operating, and then the system is functioning through completely on bodhicitta. You see,
Mm-hmm.
optimum functioning, right? So what you've got is, in the case of Adzamar Rinpoche, why that's remarkable is that the fire of bodhicitta, you see, is totally lit up. It's not just an attitude or an inspiration, you see, but it's an existential functioning. You see, it's a difference there. It's a big difference there.